Hey, so I just finished yoga at Golden Bridge, and I have to say this yoga place it's the most amazing class I've experienced. Every class is just tops the other one. They just moved to DeLongpre and Highland. They used to be on off of Sunset, and honestly, I love the old space a lot. Like it was quiet, it just felt so good and comfortable, and this new space I visited a couple times before today, before taking class, and yeah, I didn't really like it. Well, my initial reaction is I didn't like it because it just made me feel like the best thing I could say is like that. There's no real word for that. And then like I go to the class today and I sign up and it's so packed. There's so many people and I mean, the line was ridiculous. They don't sell mats anymore. I had to buy a new mat. They don't rent them out. Sorry, they don't rent them out. So I buy a mat, which I should have one, but I procrastinate. Um, and I waited online twice. So the first time to buy my pass to do yoga, and the second time to buy my mat. And the second time I waited online, I have all this anxiety. I'm just anxious. I'm kind of mad that I'm there, even though I really want to be there because I really need to go. Um, I see, Heather Jurgensen, which, hello, Kissing Jessica Stein. Every lesbian's seen that movie. Um, I thought she was hot in a sexy, ugly way. I have to say. But that didn't lift my weird anxiety, especially because when I try to go into the class, there's no space. There's absolutely no space. Like the cubby holes to put your shoes in are this big, just big enough to put like I don't know Toms. And I rollerbladed there, so I was hoping I could like put my rollerblades in the little shoe cubby, but I couldn't do that. And then like the hallway's this big, so of course you have all the skinny people that are doing yoga, and they're this big. So like five of this size people can fit through that, but only one of me can fit through that size hallway. Anyway, so they have like this room that they're using, and honestly, it's packed. There's mats side by side. There's no space between the mats, and I buy a pass, and it doesn't seem like there's any space for me to actually like lay a mat out. But then they ended up opening up a divider, so it's actually twice the size that it actually was. And even then, I find a sliver of a space that is not even big enough for my mat. So initially, I wasn't very excited for yoga today, and I was kind of angry. But Gurumuk, Gurumuk, I can't pronounce her name. She is such an amazing guru, and she was talking about mainly like how you should find how the way that we do our yoga, we do ong instead of om because we're not looking for God outside of ourselves. We're looking for God within ourselves, and I totally agree with that. Um, I love that style of teaching, and it's I think I ended up coming to the conclusion that this is a fabulous space because it's making me feel all of these intense emotions, and it's really just stuff that's going on within myself. And then I ended up crying and then being really happy at the end. So while that may seem crazy and bipolar, I think it's just really good workings of a really great meditation. And so if anybody is living in LA and they're looking for a really great place to do yoga, I totally recommend Golden Bridge. The only reason why it was so busy today, I found out later, was because they just finished teaching. They just finished this training session to have teachers for the yoga at Golden Bridge, and so it was extra packed, especially because they were having graduation ceremony right after. So usually, I guess it's not that packed. Um, but yeah, if you want to do yoga, meditate, you want to be spiritual, that's definitely the place to go. If you sign up for 10 classes, your first time that you go, it's only $100, which means that you're only paying like $10 per class as opposed to 60. So, yeah. So that's the first thing that's on my mind for today, and I think I'm going to cut it short there. Thanks. Bye.